And welcome to the vocalist Denny Curtis on the YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody for joining me, and we had a little hiccup earlier on when we tried going live, but that's quite alright because we are rendering that situation as we speak right now, right here. You cannot help but love this theme. Again, I played it before, one of my other episodes. This is what, episode 7? Yeah? Or, yeah. Alright guys, so again, Denny Curtis, the vocalist. I want to thank everybody so much for viewing, all your awesome comments and emails. I do appreciate it so very much. It is very kind of everybody. Agent, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And yes, my friend, we will be getting you up here. So real quick, guys, we tried going live earlier. The only unsuccessful part of it was the audio bites that I was playing, and thankfully I had a text viewer, Charlene. Thank you so much, because she's the one that said, "Hey, I can hear you loud and clear, but I cannot hear the music that you're playing," which was weird because I had tested it on my phone. And I did it on my computer, and I heard everything fine. So I think what happened was maybe when it went live, it had to be for the outboards. I don't know, but I'm going to figure that out. So next time I go live, that won't happen again because, unfortunately, I had played a couple of clips, but nobody was able to hear it. The good thing is that I'm able to do it again, pre-record it, so now I know for a fact I can see everything and hear it, that it is recording. And I actually wanted to add a couple of things, so you know what, it turned out well. So never let a bad thing go to waste. Every negative, there is a positive. So guys, thank you so much again for joining me. And also, just to recap, so we highlighted, I want to explain the differences. So highlight and feature, two different things. When I highlight an artist, what that means is that I am highlighting, I'll play some sound bites from their recordings. I'll mention a little bit about them. And then when I feature the artist, such as we are going to do tonight, I'll play entire sound clips. And then I will read about them, their bios, whatnot, their interests, the questions that I asked them, and in reply, what they had given to me. Therefore, I can share with the audience. So that is the difference. And in some cases, we are still working on getting some actual live interviews. I've already spoken to several people today who we will be having as a guest right here in my studio. And then we will also be having some featured guests that will be doing live interviews. Or if we can't get the live fixed, pre-recorded, doesn't matter. We're still doing it. I'm not going to let this deter me. So, moving forward, what I answered in the previous, and yep, my solar glare glasses, guys. Now I'm going to put on these ones here because it's not that I can't see, but I can see very well. It's just these make me look very smart. So, moving forward, I'm going to answer a couple of emails as I did in the prior live recording that you guys didn't watch, by the way. Not mad. No big deal. So, to answer some of these questions, there's actually 3 emails that the language is pretty much the same. So, I'll just sum it up to a generalized question from all 3, and then I'll answer it. But the first one is, Denny, love what you're doing. It's so great that you're highlighting a local artist and unknown artist. Are you planning on doing any highlighting of yourself or featuring any new music or video recordings? Good question. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. So I answered prior, yes, I am. And right now, I'm focusing on highlighting others who may not have the chance otherwise. Because as I stated, it's easy to really highlight myself and to feature myself, right? Because I can just record a song, do a video edit, and post it. Because a lot of you already know enough about me and what I do, how I sing and whatnot. So I have no problem promoting myself. However, the vocalist is not mainly about that. It is about highlighting other musicians, giving them an opportunity to share their stories, as well as hear their music. So first, I really want to get through that so that I can share them with other people who may not otherwise know who they are, or hear them, and give them a chance to tell everybody else their stories. So the other questions were asked, again, it's kind of the same language, so I'm going to generalize it. And basically what it's asking is, what is your goal with doing the YouTube channel? And that's a really good question. So I'm going to try to give you the best answer that I can. So my goal is to hopefully gain enough attraction, and so where we can feature different artists, singers, drummers, guitar players, young talents, middle-aged, older talents, doesn't matter. I believe that music is a very important part of our everyday life, whether you realize it or not. We hear it every single day. You just may not realize you do. But music is an actual part of our existence. It's been around since the beginning. And I read you guys a little history about the blues the other night, about how blues derived. And actually read some factual information that I learned myself, otherwise would not have known. So for me, teaching or helping other people to get out of that comfort zone and really exploit themselves with music, and to connect with others or other like-minded people, I think is great. If you guys remember, we used to have music class in schools, and I know that some schools have done away with it, whether it's budgeting or other, but music really has been around even pre-Christian. So there's always been a history of music. And Elvis once said that without a song, the world will never bend. Without a song, a man ain't got a friend. So I keep singing a song. And that rings so true. Music, it not only inspires, it builds up confidence. It helps people to relax. It's a good way of meditating. It's a good way of expressing. And it's a good way to really help you deal with different situations, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. I really think that music is the unappreciated weapon that we have to fight against negativity, to fight against a lot of the problems that we deal with. I think that everybody should have an opportunity to express themselves via music. And again, some have difficulties because maybe they were told they're no good or they're not good enough. I know I was told that when I was younger, and maybe some are just too shy to do it. So if I can help, but only one, then I'm successful. Okay, because a worthwhile goal, people that pursue a worthwhile goal and you keep forward with it, you are a success. And don't ever allow yourself to get comfortable. Comfortable means that you're just accepting, you're settling. Always put yourself in a situation where you have a challenge. Challenge your skills. Challenge your abilities. Always. Never settle. Never get comfortable. And I can tell you that music has done that for me. And I know it has done that for many other people. Music is just a great overall medicine. It's probably one of the most powerful weapons we have. We don't even know it. So hope that answers my goal to reach out to people, to get people more involved in music, especially the younger communities. And we're going to bring a lot more on to this station too, guys. I mean, I'm just getting started. And again, just like the live that we did earlier, you know, we learn as we go. So whatever doesn't work, I figure it out and we make it work. And if that don't, we move on to the next. That's how we do things, right? We don't dwell on it. We just move on to the next and learn from it. So tonight is a featured artist episode. And as I mentioned the other night, she was highlighted. Oh, before I forget. So Ami Brat, who I highlighted the other night, I will be playing on tomorrow night's episode more clips of him because I felt as if I needed to do some more music on him. I just didn't have enough time to do it because he wasn't a featured artist. I really didn't get an opportunity to get a lot of information from him. But now that I do, we're also going to be featuring him. And then I have another gentleman who actually just emailed me today. He gave me a lot of information on him, so I'm going to be featuring him as well. So again, guys, thank you so much. Keep them coming and share this link. Share the YouTube channel. Please tell your friends, everybody, to get in touch with me. Go onto the YouTube channel, follow, subscribe. I think that this way here, the more people see who's involved, the more confidence it will give everybody else. And I appreciate it, and I thank you. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to put my smart-looking lenses on here. Where am I? Oh, yes, here we are. So, tonight, as promised, with the exception of live. No, because we did live. I just couldn't hear anything. Who cares? Here we are. So, Blue-Opal. She is the featured artist on Sing Snap. She's actually a blues artist. And I chose several of her songs that I like. I know that she has her own selection. However, this isn't about her. This is about me. No, I'm kidding. But I chose some songs that I thought were really cool. And we're actually going to play those for you guys. So just hang tight. We're going to go to commercial break. I'm kidding. Guys, I don't have a commercial break. I don't have sponsors. I'm going to fire my producer for putting that in my script. So, Denny, you are fired. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. I asked a series of questions like I do everybody. And in reply, she gave me a series of answers. So, we're going to read them together. I'm going to share them with you. You're going to get to know a little more in depth about Blue-Opal on SingSnap. And again, guys, no, SingSnap is not paying me. They still haven't put Helmut Lottie up there, though. So, you know, one of you staff members out there watching, you know, let's get the ball rolling with that, please. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Anywho, so here's what I do. I'll ask the questions. If they don't want to do a live interview for whatever reason, whether they're shy, maybe they're busy working, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to feature you as long as you provide me with the information that I am asking for. Then I'm honored to do that for you. And again, share this with your friends, guys. Please let them know, okay? I really want to do this for everybody. So here's what we did. We sent out the questions. One of my first questions is an obvious question, and I asked everybody, why do you sing? This is her reply. She says, for me, singing provides an emotional release, a way to express my thoughts and feelings. My singing with my situations in life, it helped her to deal with the bad situations in life. So whatever situation she was going through that may have been a little tough, singing has helped her in that aspect. She also goes on to say, singing gives me the power to alter my moods and bring up memories. Now, I like that because if you all think about it, really, when you hear a song, whether it's a slow song, fast song, doesn't matter, it'll spark up a memory. Whether it's a good one, maybe a sad one, maybe we lost somebody, remember that song, or maybe it was our first dance, our first kiss. Maybe it was when we first married our spouse. It doesn't matter, but it still sparks up a memory, right? Music does that. It triggers your memory. She also goes on to say, music is truly a way for me to release anxiety. I love to sing songs that have an emotional meaning and that also stir my soul. Now that's pretty cool. Music also allows me to get into character. It helps lower my stress level from the day-to-day activities, and it relaxes me. Now, this next one here I find really interesting. I'm actually going to highlight that because I actually kind of just said this. Language is a little bit different, but nonetheless the meaning is the same. In closing on this first question, she goes on to say, it boosts my immunity and lung function, enhances my memory. Now, guys, this here is proven. Okay, this is a proven fact. You can look this up. It boosts my immunity and lung function. Now, I can tell you that that is 100% true, and I can actually share the fact that especially not only your lung capability, because you're inhaling, exhaling, you're working those vocals. Those muscles are being it's using contraction constantly, especially when you're singing. Now, the other notable part is I sing from my diaphragm, especially with power notes. I don't sing from my throat unless I'm doing soft notes. But when you sing from your diaphragm, that's also another muscle that you are exercising and constantly using. So if you want a six-pack, learn how to use a diaphragm. And also enhances memory. That's another true fact. When you think about it, when you're singing off the top of your head, you have to retract what it is that you heard or listened to. Okay? So your memory, you have to go back and think. But you're really not, because what you're doing is you're automatically using your subconscious to remember what you heard and then translate that into music and then thus into words again. Okay? So that's really cool. I like that she mentioned that. So now here's a second question I asked her. I said, when did you start to sing? About like what age? Okay. So here she says, I remember sitting in front of the TV at a very young age, and I was watching the Ed Sullivan Show, and then Jackson came out. He was singing, he was dancing, and it made such an impact. It made such an impression on me to think, how can I do that too? Now again, at a young age, she's watching the Ed Sullivan Show, and on comes Jackson. He's singing, dancing, boogie-woogieing, right? And she got influenced then. Maybe she was influenced before, but this is really what impacted her. Because now this is something she wanted to do. So she had a worthwhile goal back then. So it gave her something to reach for. It gave her a goal. See? See how this works? See how music does that? So, studying the piano, then singing songs along with the radio, and also she joined a music club in high school. Then after that, she heard about SingSnap, I'm probably going to assume this is later on, and decided to give it a go and became hooked as a SingSnap member. Excuse me, guys, got to turn this down. So as a SingSnap member, she now is able to record and share a lot of her music. Okay? So, again, what I find interesting is that from an early age, from watching the Ed Sullivan Show, I'm sure there were other inspirations to her as well, but then in school, she joined a music club in high school. So, again, everything just joins itself together, and this is all derived from music, from that inspiration. So that's what I'm trying to get across. That's what I'm trying to teach people. That's what I'm trying to help people with and to get out there. And I need your help doing that, guys. So now what we're going to do is we are going to play a song that I particularly love, a recording that she did. And let's see here. Okay. Now, one of the last questions I'm going to read to you on the very last part. It's actually the last answer she gave to me. Was who's the most inspiring singer. She has several listed. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a stab at it and guess that I think it's this gentleman right here. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at it. So anyways, this is The Thrill Is Gone, originally by B.B. King, sung, recorded by Blue-Opal. Let's take a listen.
Whoa, yeah. The thrill is gone, yeah. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone, baby. Oh, the thrill is gone away. You know you done me wrong, baby, and you'll be sorry someday. Oh, the thrill is gone now. Oh, it's gone away, yeah, yeah, from me. Thrill is gone away, yeah. The thrill is gone away from me. Although I still live on, but so lonely I'll be. Oh.
See, there's that sass that I was speaking of the other night. How, for some, they have that natural emphasis, and everybody's different with their own little emphasis in their singing style. Hers just happens to be this that actually coincides with the style of music she's doing.
The thrill is gone now. It's gone away for good, yeah. Oh, the thrill is gone away, baby. It's gone away for good. Someday I know I'll be over it all, but just like I know a man should. Yeah, you know I'm free now, baby. Oh, I'm free from your spell. Oh, I'm free, free, free now. Oh, I'm free from your spell. And now that it's all over, wish you well. Oh, ow. Thrill is gone, baby. Thrill is gone away for good.
So I like that song because that right there, I think, really highlights the blues style of her voice very, very well. And the way that she does this song is very impressive to me because, again, I've tried, doing songs by various artists that yes, I may be on key or whatever, but it just doesn't have that same feel to it, But I really like how she did this song. You can hear all of the accents and you can hear the extensions, especially the transitions from note to note. I really like that, and I mentioned that the other night. Especially in that particular song. It's very, very smooth throughout. So, very well done. I really loved that tune. Guys, quick little thing here. All right. This is quick. I thought this was kind of cool. I spoke about this the other night, and I just got done saying how music really has been with us since time, right? So what they did is they did research, and they found that music, the influences from the West all the way up to the East, merged into the pre-Christian music of the Greeks and later the Romans. So musical practices and conventions, perhaps conveyed by traveling musicians, brought a wealth of diversity and invention. So you're talking about pre-Christian era, which is really cool. So again, it just gives you some more insight on how blessed we are to really have such a wonderful gift that we can use throughout our daily lives and actually share with other people. And the best thing of it is it's free. It's within us, right? So doesn't cost a dime, guys. Really doesn't. So, anyways, one of the other songs here. Actually, before we move on to the songs, which one was I? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Now, this one here I thought was really cool because I actually like this particular artist here that she sings, right? But this song I never heard of, to be perfectly honest with you. And we're going to play this in just a moment. What I want to do really is just go back to a little more history and information of Blue-Opal. And again, I send out questions, they in reply, their answers. Now, what I also ask people too, because I want to know, so along your journey, what skills, what abilities have you acquired in music for the duration you've been doing it? And I like to know that because it helps me also to better understand myself, believe it or not, because I can reflect and helps me to relate to what skills that I've acquired in music. And it's not just music. It's a skill set that you acquired doing music, and during the interim of that, it also gets applied to your everyday life, whether you believe it or not. And that's for a whole other program that we're going to discuss. I have some really cool information about that, guys. It's really going to blow you away how impactful music really is, and you don't even know it. But you're going to. I guarantee you that. So this is the other question I asked her. I said, what skills have you learned in singing? Her reply. She says, the ability to be creative and think outside the box and then push myself a little further. Now, I like that. I like that a lot because I just got done saying never get comfortable, right? So she pushes herself further. So she's not settled and just says, okay, yeah, this is it. It's all I can do. This is the best. No, she doesn't. She pushes herself. So I like that. That's awesome. So what that term means is pitch, sync, timing, harmony, genre, vocal range, breathing, techniques, all of that stuff. She says, to be able to stand up in front of an audience and not be afraid to sing. She says, singing has taught me and allowed me to have confidence. Pretty cool, right? So you can take that and say, okay, well, that's stage presence. Well, no, it's not. Because if you can get up in front of a live audience and you think that is just for stage presence or performance only, well, guess what? If you can get up in front of a live audience and sing, then you can get up in front of a board meeting and pitch your sales or give a speech or come on the vocalist, Denny Curtis, and do a live interview. Anyways, so I like that answer too, because here she says that it helped her build her confidence, right? It taught her confidence, which is very important. Everybody should have confidence. If not, we're going to help you, I promise. Also, it taught her to be patient with herself. I like that. Singing requires a lot of time. Yes, it does. Years to develop my own style, she says. And I like this ending on answer 3. She says, always thank your listeners and audience. And believe what she's meaning by that is never forget where you came from. Okay, so if you are one of the fortunate ones, maybe you have a great following, you could be doing a YouTube channel like this and you have a superb following, or maybe you are a successful artist, right? Never forget, always thank those people who listen, who appreciate you, and who allowed you to be in the position where you are now. And again, it doesn't mean you have to be a superstar. My mom always used to say to me, you know, because before we have our shows, I'd be sitting in the back room, and I could hear the doors opening and closing, people coming in with their tickets, what have you. And I would always ask her, you know, Ma, how many people are here now? Yeah, how many people are here now? I think we're going to pack the house. And she used to say to me all the time, she'd just say, listen, I don't care if there's one person or 1,000. She goes, if only one person shows up, you're going to give them a show like 1,000 people showed up. She goes, because that one person paid the money to see you, that one person respects you and likes you and came to see a show. You're going to give them a show. She's right. And that holds true. You know, yes, always thank your listeners, thank your audience, be humble. And it humbles you. It truly does humble you guys. So again, I really like that answer. I think it's cool and also very respectful and humble. So, fourth question, I said, what kind of singer are you? What kind of singer do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, what have you developed to over the years of singing? Her reply was, I would consider myself to be a blues singer. I have tried other genres, but blues seems to capture my inner singer. With blues, she says, there's always room to be creative and express myself within the song. She says blues is in my DNA, which I found fascinating. I just think that's so cool. Again, for her, blues, it captured her singer. You know, like, that's what she aspired to. So that's what I was saying earlier on. You know, that's what she wanted to do. Blues just captured her own way, like rock and roll or jazz, you know, captures other people, right? Well, blues happens to be that particular genre that captured her. And so she took that ball and she ran with it. So that's awesome. And I'm glad she shared that. Now, before we go into the final question and answer, I'm going to play this song for her. Now, all of you might know who Amy Winehouse is. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that she is the one that sang the I go to rehab and I say, no, no, no. Right? Yes? Am I wrong? Anyways, regardless, Amy Winehouse. Now, this song is called A Song for You. And just listen to how she does this. It's not quite the song that I would expect for her to sing, but she pulled it off really great. And again, she's being true to herself, and that's what I love. She's sticking to her roots, as she says in here. So let's take a listen. Blue-Opal by Amy Winehouse. Song for you.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, baby. I've made some bad rhyme. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. Oh, but we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you.
There it is.
I know your image of me always what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, but baby, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. So darling, won't you please see through me? 'Cause we're alone now. Yeah, and I'm singing this song for you. Oh, words of the truth withholding nothing. You came out in front where, baby, I was hiding. Oh, now I'm so much better. With my words, they're coming together. Listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in there hiding. I loved you, baby, in a place, oh, where there's no space or time. I loved you for my life, 'cause you're the boy next door and a friend of mine. Oh, and when my life is over,
You can feel it. You can feel the sincerity. And when she's singing,
we were together. Yeah, and I was singing this song, baby, for you. Yeah, we were alone. Oh, and I was singing this song.
and I like that subtle vibrato, especially when she's fading out the note. It's very smooth. Now, I've never heard that song by Amy Winehouse, A Song for You, but I can tell you this, that right there, when I heard this, I said, I have to play this because it's a very captivating song. And again, it's one of those songs that she does that is just, it brings you in, like it wraps you when you listen to it, and you get involved with the song. You know, you become part of what she's singing, so you feel as if you're a part of it, which I think is really cool. And again, everybody has their own style, guys, so it doesn't necessarily mean that because somebody does it this way that you have to follow suit and do it that way. No, what that means is that's a style she developed. Okay, so everybody, again, has different techniques. And the more you do it, and guys, what I recommend, I do get asked a lot of questions in regards to singing and, you know, how do you do vibrato, carry your notes, hit the highs. All I can tell you is that, without any personal coaching, is that record yourself, okay? You know, get just a regular recorder, or now we have, everything's digitized, but record yourself and play it back over and over and over again. And then the more you do that, the more you'll hear where you may need to adjust, okay? And as she says in one of her answers, you know, it does. It takes time. Some people just, they're born and, man, they're just singing right away, you know what I mean? And they don't even have to give any effort. Some do. Even the greatest of the greatest still continue to practice all the time, okay? So just do that. Record yourself. And if you have to listen to another artist and compare yourself just to try to get note for note, if you want to do that for a little bit just to strengthen up your vocals, do that as well. But just continue to practice, guys. Put that effort in there. The results are rewarding. All right, so moving forward, we're moving on to the last question. Again, putting my smart lenses on here so that I look astute, and let me see. Now, I asked her, who is the most, or was, or maybe is, inspirational singer to you? Who influenced you the most? And this one here in particular, for her answer, she says, for me, all the blues artists, but just to name a few. Now, I think it's B.B. King. I think that's her top. I'm going to take a stab at it. But Etta James, B.B. King, Albert King, Tab Benoit, T-Bone Walker. He's actually really good too. Sam Cooke, and so many more, she says. But I think it's B.B. King. I think B.B. King may have been her biggest influence. And I'm only going off of by how I hear her style in relation to B.B. King. But it could be Etta James too. So I don't know, I'm still going to go with B.B. King. I love B.B. King. I mean, who doesn't, right? Really. But anyways, so we're going to play her last song here, guys. And then, again, please, if you would like to be featured or even highlighted is just as important. Featured just gives me more in-depth information about you so that I can do exactly what I'm doing with Blue-Opal now. Okay, I play the whole clips of your song rather than just sound bites. And then I can actually tell others more about you so that when they're listening to your music, they can relate more to you, of how you got your start, why you're singing the style of music you're singing. And believe it or not, that helps. You know, it helps the audience to relate to you a little bit better, you know. And I could be wrong, but to me, I think that's very important. So don't be shy. Send your stuff over. Share this with your friends, family, whoever, your dog, your cat. You know, you never know. I know plants like music too, you know, but probably can't feature them, I don't think. Can we feature plants? Yeah. No, can't. Sorry. All right, guys, so moving on. This last song here is really cool. And Aretha Franklin. I'm pretty sure all of you know who she is. All right. This song is called Ain't No Way. And what's cool about this song, well, I like this song a lot too, is there's got a lot of Aretha in there, right? But at the same time, it's still Blue-Opal. You can, if I would put the radio on and hear this voice, I would know who it was. And that's also a great distinction to have, all right? So, guys, let's listen to Ain't No Way, recorded by Aretha Franklin, redone, re-recorded by Blue-Opal. Check it out. Good tune. Got that sassy blues.
Ain't no way, oh, for me to love you if you won't let me.
So smooth.
It ain't no way, oh, for me to give you all you need. Oh, if you won't let me give all of me, I know that a woman's duty is to have and love a man. That's the way it was planned. Oh, but how can I give you, yeah, the things I can, if you're time both of my hands? Oh, it ain't no way. It ain't no way. It just ain't no way, baby. Ain't no way. It ain't no way. what he got. Whoa, 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 whoa. And if you need me, darling, Lord, just say you do. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Don't you know that I need you? Oh, it ain't no way. I tell you that I ain't no way. I tell you that ain't no way, baby. No, just ain't no way. Sure ain't no way. It ain't no way for me to love you. Oh, if you won't let me.
I like that.
Oh, yeah. Ain't no way. If you won't let me.
Now that was beautiful. That right there, guys, just that stuff I could literally just relax and meditate to. Hence her reply here. And I just wanted to read this answer one more time. I just been thinking about this, during clip here. I just love how she says that it gave her confidence. It's awesome, and I just can't express this enough to everybody. Seriously, please, join our channel, become a subscriber, and I promise you, we are doing much better things as we go. I'm going to bring a lot more to the table for you guys. So please tell everybody about us. We are, like I said, going to have some guests here who are retired musicians, entertainers, but you will not be disappointed. And I'm trying to get a special guest live interview with a particular person. I'm not going to say who it is in case it falls through. But if I do get him, you will not want to miss that. So, guys, again, Danielle Curtis, the vocalist. I appreciate everybody's support, warm wishes, and we have some new artists being featured. I'm so excited, man. I just got confirmation today, got a lot of bio about them. So I'm very excited about it. So again, guys, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? How true that is. So for now, stay well, everybody. Always be kind to each other. And again, keep music here in your heart. Never hold a grudge. It's a waste of energy. Thank you so much, guys.